My name is Mike Hodge. I'm with Avocado Systems. Avocado Systems is a cybersecurity company that was designed and founded to solve one problem, and that is securing your data in your data centers. Nothing else. It was formed in response to this problem right here, Equifax breach. And we've all heard of Equifax, OMB, Target, the list goes on of the various companies, various entities, whether it be government or private, that have had their data extracted from their data centers. And they all had excellent cybersecurity for them. So how does this happen? The way this happens is the bad guys have figured out that if they can get through the perimeter defenses and they can get into the data center itself at the actual application level, from the applications they can then move east-west through your data center and extract your valuable data. And in an information age economy, what's the most valuable commodity? The data, the intellectual property. So the problem that exists today is very simple. Existing perimeter defenses don't work. They solve some of the problems for threats, but they don't solve all the problems. You know, we've got perimeter security, honeypots, web application. It goes on and on and on of the various solutions that have been developed to protect your data. But unfortunately, when they fail, and they do fail, your data gets extracted. And Avocado Solutions was developed to solve that problem of protecting your applications within the data center themselves. And by protecting the applications, they deny that avenue of approach to get into your data. So, how do you stop zero-day attacks? You can't detect them, as was mentioned earlier by one of the presenters. There's no way of knowing you have a zero-day attack. So, the solution is you have to go down inside the applications themselves and drive your solution all the way down your protected surface to the smallest possible attack surface, which happens to be the sub-processes within an application. So this protection is provided at the layer 7 level, which is fairly unusual. Quite frankly, most protection is provided at the layer 3 level. So that's what we do. We provide protection at the application level and at the source descriptor level. So we're inside of the application itself and we're detecting anomalous movement within data centers between applications. Now, a lot of folks will tell you, well, my data is secured already. It's already encrypted. Yes, it is, until it's being moved between applications at the process level. And at that point, it's vulnerable and it can be extracted. And that's how the folks that got into Equifax did their magic. They were able to grab social security numbers, passwords, and usernames at that process point where it was moving between applications. And from there, we all know the damage that occurred. So how does Avocado solve this problem? Avocado is a very simple system. We install plugins at the application level, and we just added an additional library to the application. There's no relinking required, there's no recharacterization, there's no redesign of your architecture required. This is simply additive. Those applications then self-propagate across your data center, and it doesn't matter how old your application is. We go back to the oldest legacy applications and move forward to the most contemporary applications. So the applications are installed, they automatically deploy across your data center. And then we have another component called the orchestrator. The orchestrator you can think of as the brains. So the brains grabs the information that's picked up by the plugins, determines if it's an anomalous movement or not, and then notifies you through what's called the Z-Ray, which is our single pane of glass GUI interface. And there we go. So, what are the benefits of using Avocado Systems? First, we eliminate the need for all the existing east-west protected devices you have. So that decreases your cost by about 70%. Next, because you don't have these bottlenecks within your data center, we increase the efficiency by about 25% of your data moving back and forth across the data center. Next, we reduce the number of FTEs required to manage your data center. That's a pretty significant cost savings there. But probably most importantly, there are approximately 17,000 intrusions per week in your average data center. We allow you to have zero false positives and therefore know that what you're seeing that's actually a threat is actually a threat and not something to be chasing around. So with that, we encourage you to come visit us. We're right over here in the corner. I think you'll find the solution compelling, and please come talk to us. Thank you.